what's up guys, welcome back to another video, and yeah, we're here with the Miracle on Ice. You guys have been suggesting this video like crazy. It's probably my most suggested video ever. I would say it's one of the most suggested, but yeah, this is the Miracle on Ice, but there's two, and I wasn't sure which one you wanted me to watch because there's a recent one in 2014, and then there's this one which I think is in the 1980s. And yeah, I wasn't too sure which one it was, so I just picked this one without knowing. So if it's not the right one, I'll react to the other one in due course. Yeah, man, Miracle, the greatest American sports moment of all time. If that's not a title, then I don't know what is. That going off the title, this should be a really, really good video. But yeah, I appreciate the suggestions. Also, I really hope you had a great Christmas. I'm recording this on Boxing Day, which is the day it's going to come out. And yeah, I just hope you had a good day, spent it with your family, done your own thing, and yeah, just move on. Let's get to 2020 and hopefully we'll have a good year. But let's just get straight into the video. This is ice hockey. I'm 99% sure it's ice hockey.
The face value of a top ticket for tonight's game, $67.20. Outside, they're exchanging hands at 3 times.
USSR, yeah? US versus the USSR.
70s, we were a fractured country in terms of Vietnam.
So what I'm gonna guess is this game has a lot more history behind it because of the history of the US and the USSR. Yeah, because obviously those countries were in conflict consistently, weren't they? And obviously that turned into. So this game is probably bigger than just the actual game itself.
The American embassy in Tehran is in the hands of Muslim students tonight.
The defining moment of the late 70s for Americans was the hostage crisis.
Our hostages were being held in Iran. The country wasn't very happy with Jimmy Carter. We really didn't feel that good about each other as a
this
country.
is proper patriotic, isn't it?
And so you have all this confluence of events taking place.
That it puts in perspective what it meant for the country, what the country was going through at the time, the Cold War and the height of it.
Oh wow, look at all this. I'm guessing this is to do with war, yeah?
It's really something that has become much more than a hockey game, and it
Yeah.
became a political and social and economic
Exactly, that's what I was trying to say. It must have been much more than just the game itself. It must have been to do with pride of your country, and obviously because if they were going to war with each other, and I swear the USSR and the US were always competing. Like for example, going to space, it was NASA who went first. Russia were always trying to like one up the US, but what I found is the US always sort of beat them to the things, if you got what I'm trying to say.
The U.S. wins a game like this. And a bunch of college kids, basically, in effect, meeting an amateur team, but we all knew what they were.
Oh, so the US team were college players, yeah? So they weren't like the best of...
Listed as soldiers in the Soviet team, but they were hockey players. They were the best hockey players in the world.
The
Okay.
Soviets, looming in the medal round, with an undefeated record and overflowing confidence.
We were going to those Olympics thinking that it was going to be a cakewalk.
Well, right now, I think the Russians are the greatest hockey team in the world.
Fair enough.
Did you guys feel like you were actually...
So it's basically the college guys, the youngsters, against the best in the world at the moment. So this is like an even bigger scale.
soldiers,
Victory for the
more than
US.
were hockey players, and was this kind of a representation of the Cold War?
Against the Soviets. Buzz Snyder losing it.
Oh, so they're losing, yeah?
It was deflected in
That's a
from the
good
point.
finish, to be fair.
Soviet Union takes a 1-0 lead.
Team USA was assembled by coach Herb Brooks from the University League.
Herb's goal was to get them to focus their hatred on him and be unified and become one.
If you hate one person more, it brings you together.
He would tell me he was trying to put together an American style of hockey that would reflect who America is.
In the tournament thus far, outside
Oh.
of Perbukin, number 5, a defenseman.
Oh, that's a good interception,
Taking it
though.
away for the U.S. Pavlik up ahead to Snyder.
Oh, top bins, top corner as well. Come on. Fair enough. And they're the youngsters, you can't forget that. They're the ones who are against all odds, aren't they? What I'm going to say is, when Russia they scored their first goal, they probably thought, "Oh, this is over already. We're winning this." Because you saw how smug the manager looked, but clearly it wasn't. Oh my days! Bloody hell!
Golikov, number 23, leaving it for Makarov. He's trying to get it back to Golikov and gets it back.
Fair enough, because they are very, very skilled.
Deflected off the American defenseman, and the Soviet
They are scoring some insane goals.
We were way stronger. Nobody ever doubted that. We were professionals, and they were just students.
These guys obviously had played together for years and years, and they were a machine.
We had a bunch of college kids, ages 19, 20, 21,
Bloody
taking on
hell.
this professional team.
You know, if it's only like 3-1, that's about all we can ask for.
I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great hockey team the Soviets.
Look at this.
long shot.
Oh, about to say. Look at that run. Fair enough. Wait. With how long? 1 second. Oh wait. 1 second to play and he's done that. I tell you what, if you're not talking about clutch plays, that is as clutch as you get.
Did not look too good. Big goal for the U.S. team.
These youngsters must have been so enthusiastic, man. Imagine being in this moment.
Coach went berserk. He took Trzeziak out and he never put him back in.
Tiag, who was the Soviet Union goalie, and I think universally considered to be one of the best ever to play the game.
There's the horn. That is the official end of the first period after it had looked for a fleeting moment as if Kaiser might not allow the goal. He does.
This was so much more than a game, wasn't it? I mean,
I've said this before, but I don't know why. Maybe it's like the passage of play or how it is, but hockey reminds me a lot of soccer. Like how the counter-attacking is, how the passing is, how the skills are. It's just kind of like similar, even though you're using a stick and the whole thought of it is just completely different. How the flow of the game is, etc. It just, for me, it's quite
really,
similar.
I don't think it's an understatement to say this was.
But the speed of hockey is 10 times faster, which I love that.
As it was unfolding, you know,
It's just constant. This is so aggressive. Oh, mate. These Russians are.
Soviets dominated the play because they outshot the U.S. 39-16.
Up ahead to Maltsev. Maltsev on a breakaway.
Look at that balance. That was a sick goal, though. I tell you what. Look at this. That balance is insane. Oh, that is dirty.
The U.S. trailed 3 separate times.
It was like thunder. The energy, I think, could have sustained for 9 periods of hockey.
Soviets take the lead in the second period, and they outshoot the U.S. in the second period, something like 15-3.
So much contested only once thus far. The Americans with perhaps their final rush on this power play opportunity. 13 seconds left in the penalty.
Oh, that foul, though. Oh, he passed it. Wait.
Perhaps their final rush on this power play opportunity. 13 seconds left in the penalty.
Oh, he popped. Oi, I tell you what. What a goal. Wait. He was falling, he passed it, and then his player, like, do you ever play the player that he passed to? Took it, like, from the Russian guy's legs. That was a really good goal as well. Also, is it called a goal? Is it like what's the correct terminology for a goal? Like when you score a point? Because I don't want to keep saying the wrong thing, but I don't know what it is.
Been on the air for earthquakes. That may have been rockier than San Francisco.
You know, all of a sudden it's 3-3 and the place is going crazy. What do we see here? Can this really be?
Well, here's where the game becomes a little bit painful.
Mate! Oi, this is mad. Where's the sound gone? Did that just happen in the video? Wait. Just watch all this stuff. They are clattering each other. Oh, mate! So now they're winning it. This is the first time they've led in the whole game. Wait, how is he running? He's running on an ice hockey rink. Wait, what? Look at them all on the field, mate. You gotta love it. So I'm guessing this was the clip that I saw in the last video.
It just brought everybody.
It just shows how much it means, yeah?
It kind of galvanized the country and it made you want to hug your television set.
Now we've got Bedlam. Oh, I love
Tell you what, also that USA jersey kit, whatever you call it, is nice. That's like a proper retro looking shirt. I really like. That's just completely irrelevant, but I'm just gonna say that. So they won, yeah?
The team that has won Olympic gold every time since 1964.
Jeez.
Certainly not a bunch of college kids.
So a bunch of kids, a bunch of college students, beat the best team for what, 25, who the best team consistently for 24, 30 years. A bunch of kids just go and beat them. Like it's nothing. I'm guessing this was a turning point in ice hockey in general. Because now I know there is Russian teams playing. There's their own Russian leagues in Sweden and Finland. But the one you hear about most, even living in Europe, is NHL. Ice hockey in the US and Canada is the one we hear about, never in Russia. So it shows this probably was one of the points that changed every bit of it.
Stop them.
Jesus, this sport is so aggressive though.
remaining in the game. The United States on top.
Tonight, we skate with them.
4:55 remaining in the third period.
Tonight, we stay with them.
2:25.
They're defending for their
We
lives.
shut them down because we can.
That final, I want to say 30 seconds, just, it was this
Jeez.
kind of sporting event.
Johnson over to Ramsey. Big electric
Oh my god.
McClanahan is there. The puck is still loose. 11 seconds.
Mate, they're just pushing each other to the walls. This sport is brutal as hell. Wow. Just look how excited they are about that. Mate, I mean, to win gold, I'm guessing back then this is probably one of the biggest achievements you could get in the sport, right? You can't forget, they're just kids beating these professionals, these ultra professionals from Russia. You gotta love to see it. You've gotta love to see it.
What was it that you guys are thinking as you're waiting on the blue line? And Tretiak said they looked like the happiest people in the world. We wished we were them.
Bobby Eddy tells us he was in a restaurant called Jimmy's across from our hotel when the result was announced there, and he said all the people in the place spontaneously stood up and sang our national anthem.
I went outside and I saw fireworks and I saw people...
One question I have, is there any Russian players who play in the NHL League, the American and Canadian League? Surely there's some. Because obviously they do have their own leagues, but again, the NHL is the top of the sport. Surely there's some Russians who play...
We are proud now to present the victors in the ice hockey competition.
I remember how uplifted the country felt. It was like putting a man on the moon. It was like, we can do anything. If we can beat the Russians...
Imagine seeing that. You must love that. That's like the best thing you can see, right?
Not so much just, sporting.
A bunch of kids
This was such
doing
a
that.
unique event. Something
Fair
that
play.
had never happened before. I can't imagine a scenario where it's going to happen again.
The game, forever dubbed the Miracle on Ice, a win for the ages, spanning beyond sports.
It's difficult to overstate the importance of the miracle on ice. It's been credited with everything from Hollywood's obsession with sports movies to a rebirth of national pride in America in the 1980s.
1980s, that's a long time ago,
It
yeah?
just made the country feel so much better about itself.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Again, I'm not 100% sure if this was the right video because there was two. Again, I'll react to that if that's the case, but you know what, fair play. I really do rate that. And what I'm going to ask is, prior to this game, if you guys know, because it's going to be obviously not of you guys, a lot of you guys won't know about this, but prior to this game, was it Russia or the Soviet Union who, like, they were the best at the sport, their leagues were better? And was this like the changing point, or was the NHL always at the biggest league, etc.? Because surely this had a big like influence on how people viewed each country at this sport. But yeah, really appreciate the suggestions, because again, a lot of you want me to react to this, and I can see why, because it's probably a really emotional thing for you guys. But yeah, keep suggesting videos you want me to do. Please like, subscribe, and peace.